Hey everyone, welcome to this video lesson on the ABCD pattern. This is a fairly commonly known breakout pattern, and I'll be honest, I don't use it a ton to trade, but when I do see an opportunity to use it, I like to take advantage of it like I did today, September 11th on MRNS. This was one of the more textbook examples of playing this. I alerted this in the chat room. I told everyone that it was going to be an ABCD pattern, and let me talk you through what I was seeing here. So the first thing that we have is the initial big run-up you see there in pre-market as they dropped news about one of their clinical trials. It was a huge run-up, about 80% run-up or so in pre-market, all the way up here to the 545 level. Now this morning, as the bell opened, I encouraged people to stay away from it because I was confident that this would come down for a couple reasons. One being it was up almost 100%, and a lot of times you'll get panic selling when that happens. Secondly, there was some confusion about whether how good the results they posted really were. Some people were skeptical, and so I warned people to be careful right out of the gate. Don't get caught in a bull trap. Wait for the pullback, and so we did get a pullback. You see, from point A to point B. So there at the point B level, we begin to see a little bit of a reversal. I don't want to touch it yet at this point. It still seemed too risky. It creates a lower high there at point C before breaking back down. So it was at this point, probably right around this area right here, when it started gearing up at the 426 level, when I started to think, okay, this could be a real textbook ABCD pattern. So I told everyone in the chat room, I said, we have a potential ABCD pattern here on MRNS, and in order for this to be a buy for me, how the ABCD pattern works is you wait for this pullback and you wait for it to go back over the C level. Let's highlight that C level for make it a little bit easier to see. It's right here at 455. So I told everyone, I said, I'm going to buy this over the 455 level for just a quick pop, nothing too crazy, don't want to get too greedy. So I ended up buying this at 455 or 456 and sold it at 468 just a couple minutes later. It was a textbook ABCD pattern for solid 13 cents a share in the middle of the day. That was the other thing. This was at just right in the middle of the day, nearly 2 o'clock Eastern time. And things are usually typically pretty dead that time in the market. But we had this ABCD pattern and we're able to take advantage of it. So how does it work? On the ABCD pattern, you want to wait for the initial spike, the panic sell, the somewhat of a reversal, and then it's this D, it's the last step here that you really watch for, and you want to buy it over once it breaks over that C level. Now sometimes this will get really hot and continue all the way up, and when it goes over A, that's another buy as well. Included in the ABCD pattern, but if you were to buy this on the break over this level here, hoping for it to go all the way back in A, that starts to get a little risky, more gambling. So that's why we always lock in profits. You see here, this is a great opportunity where we bought, our members, most of them bought and sold all for profit right here. We just played it safe on the breakout over that level right here, the C level, and locked in 13 14 cents a share of profit. So that's how the ABCD pattern works. I want to let you guys be a little familiar with it. The other thing I want to show you guys here is that volume spike. It's not just random. There's a reason that volume spiked right as it went over the 455 level, and it's because it's an ABCD pattern. This is a breakout pattern that many people use to find breakout stocks. So you'll see the volume rise there, and that's what you want to look for when you're trying to buy these volume pops.